As of when I am recording, Oscar voting is now closed. Everything is done. We have what we need. I'm reading some of the anonymous ballots, which don't sway me, but it's fun to read. Everything is signed, sealed, and delivered, and I am very nervous. Nothing is 100%. Okay? Nothing is 100%, and that makes me nervous, which is why I always instill doubt in myself, because let's just start with Best Picture. This is one of the few times where everything is lining up for my favorite movie of the year to be Best Picture. Everything Everywhere All at Once has pretty much everything it needs, and the fact that it has overachieved in damn near everything as of late, the momentum on its side, especially during voting, it has won so many guilds that it wasn't even expected to. It is really crazy. I don't know if I just haven't been in the game that long, but I feel like I haven't really seen a movie like this before. It won PGA, which a lot of people weren't expecting. It won DGA, which a lot of people weren't expecting. Not only did it win SAG Ensemble, which people expected, but it broke the record. It broke the record for Spirit Awards, which you can laugh at that. I kind of do, but at the end of the day, it is more exposure and another speech. And there is that little devil in me that's like, hey man, this is still a weird movie. I know people said it before, but like hot dog fingers, butt plugs. I get it. I genuinely get it. But if this movie was so damn divisive and unliked between older and younger people, it wouldn't have won PGA, DGA. It just wouldn't have. And I'm not even mentioning, I mean, SAG was a given pretty much. It won WGA. It has won so many of the goddamn guilds. I mean, it's looking to be Everything Everywhere All at Once. If it's not Everything Everywhere All at Once, it will be probably the biggest upset since Brokeback Mountain. But even Brokeback Mountain didn't have some of the stuff that Everything Everywhere has going for it, and there is no clear number two. Is it All Quiet? Probably. Maybe. You can make a good case for it. Is it Banshees? Maybe. You can make a case for it. Is it still Top Gun? You can still make a case for it. Is it Fablemans? You can make a case for it. Tar overachieved. Make a case for it. Like, it's fucking Elvis. Like, it doesn't matter because there's no clear number two. Oddly enough, Best Picture is one of the races that, even though I do instill doubt in myself because I'm prepared for any outcome, it is one of the few categories where I'm like, I feel comfortable. I do feel a little comfortable, and it is going to go down as one of the, at least the most out-of-the-box Best Picture winners ever. That's fucking awesome. So director, I do feel less good about, like I can see a path where Daniels lose director, but it still wins picture, I'm not worried about that. But like, goddamn, they won DGA. What do you want me to do? If it lost BAFTA to McDonough or Todd Field, I'm nervous. Then I'm nervous, but it lost to Edward Berger, who is not even nominated here. Like, I don't know. I just have to go off DGA. Like, I'm not going to go off the singular globe for Steven Spielberg. If he was going to win anywhere, it should have been DGA. Tell me why it wasn't DGA. It's not. I'm rocking with Daniels for director. Actress is kind of what I'm losing sleep over. I can't lie. It is a genuine coin flip. Cate Blanchett has a lot. Tar was a very liked movie from the Academy, at least as of what we saw from the nominations. She won the Globe Drama. She won Critics' Choice, where Everything Everywhere did really well, and she still won a Critics' Choice. Now, no overlap. Okay, fair enough. She wins BAFTA. Michelle Yeoh won the Globe Comedy, and then she wins SAG. And I was preparing myself to be like, okay, if Michelle Yeoh wins SAG, like, yeah, that's definitely good for her, but I think I'm still going to rock with Blanchett, right? But the way SAG went, that's the key. The way SAG went, where not only did Everything Everywhere break the record, as I said, but Jamie Lee Curtis dedicated half her speech to Michelle Yeoh. Got the whole room chanting Michelle Yeoh. I don't know. I wasn't expected to be swayed that much from that, and then it did. And you can just see how much it means to her. And Cate Blanchett has this blasé attitude about winning, and I know you can say the same for Frances McDormand, who won her third, who also had a blasé attitude about winning. But if Everything Everywhere is going to just win Best Picture and do pretty well here, I just can't really imagine not going with Michelle Yeoh. It is still very much a coin flip, and I'm going to steal the Oscar experts' rationale, whereas when I close my eyes, what do I envision? Not even what do I envision them reading the name, but what headlines do I envision after the Oscars, right? Do I envision the headlines saying Cate Blanchett wins her third Oscar, or do I envision Michelle Yeoh makes history? I know which one I want and what sounds better, but what do I really envision? It is still such a coin flip. This one is going to be a nail biter. I'm rocking with Michelle Yeoh, though. I am. I have to believe in momentum. Parasite had momentum, and it surprised in another category besides even picture with director. Coda had all the momentum at the right time, and it won everything. It would really suck if Everything Everywhere wins all these Oscars and Michelle Yeoh doesn't come along with it. I'm rocking with Michelle Yeoh, but it is still, like I said, very close. And Blanchett, let's be fair, Blanchett would make a great winner. She's fucking incredible in Tar. I'm just rooting for Michelle Yeoh. I really can't lose here, but I would be happier with Michelle Yeoh, but I also am going to predict it as well. Actor is also tough, you know? I mean, Fraser really does have a good case. And to me, just like how people were saying Angela Bassett has a life of her own outside of Black Panther and Marvel, I do kind of think Brendan Fraser has a path or a life of his own outside of The Whale, because I know no Best Picture, no screenplay, it's not looking well for makeup. And something about Austin Butler and Elvis makes me just kind of wonder, and Matt even brought it up in his Next Best Picture podcast. You check that one out. I also am wondering if people are like, are some voters going to be like, why is he still doing the voice? Like, are they going to be turned off from them perceiving him still having that voice as like over campaigning or something like that? That's not me saying that. I'm just quoting kind of what they said here. And I have wondered about that. This is closer in my head than I think most people are giving it credit for. I think a lot of people are feeling fairly comfortable with Austin Butler just because of the picture. I'm not comfortable. I do think this is a coin flip, honestly. I mean, I really do. I am going to predict Austin Butler, though. I have to. I have to predict someone in the Best Picture lineup, and he's playing fucking Elvis Presley. It's probably going to win makeup and a few other awards maybe, so I have to predict Austin Butler. So I think it's close. I'm rocking with Butler, though. Actress in a supporting role. So this is actually the category that most people have as a genuine coin flip and might be the most up in the air out of all the above the line categories. Angela Bassett started out strong, but she didn't win any of the awards bodies that actually have overlap with SAG or BAFTA. Why didn't she win SAG? That should have won SAG. It's really weird how people always fucking do this, where like Jamie Lee Curtis wins SAG, and I already see tweets like, well, it actually makes a lot of sense that Jamie Lee Curtis won SAG. It's not that surprising at all. I'm like, motherfucker, did you predict it then? Jamie Lee Curtis was a surprise. Angela Bassett should have won SAG. So that's not good. Carrie Condon wins BAFTA. That's pretty huge. That's huge. She's in Banshees, which is a very liked movie with the Academy. But is she as well known as Angela Bassett or Jamie Lee Curtis? Clearly not. Does that matter? I'm sorry, but it does matter a little bit. And then Jamie Lee Curtis, who I think most people on performance alone is like, yeah, she's not on their level. She has been out there the most. People have such a good relationship with Jamie Lee Curtis. She's out here being a cheerleader and just an incredible campaigner for Everything Everywhere. Her speech at SAG was genuinely moving and like awesome. Just it was like incredibly touching and moving to see someone that happy, And I can see people voting for her. And unfortunately, Hong Chow and The Whale not gonna happen. Unfortunately, I don't think Stephanie Hsu is gonna happen, even though she would be my pick. I really can't believe that Jamie Lee Curtis is in winning contention here. And since these supporting categories usually get announced first with the Academy, we're gonna know pretty quick. Because if Jamie Lee Curtis wins supporting actress, I'm like strapping in, because holy fuck. I'm not going with Jamie Lee Curtis though, even though I love Stephanie Hsu. I do think there are people who are going to vote for Stephanie Hsu. And if there was only one of them, the people who would vote for Stephanie Hsu or whichever might just gravitate towards Jamie Lee Curtis. But since there's both, that is some votes at least. So I'm rocking with the BAFTA winner with Carrie Condon. Now, I don't feel great about it because I think a lot of people are going with Carrie Condon, but that's just what I'm doing. It wouldn't surprise me if Angela Bassett just came back, and it also wouldn't surprise me for Jamie Lee Curtis, even though I think I would react the most for Jamie Lee Curtis. Well, outside of Stephanie Hsu, of course. But I'm going with Carrie Condon. Supporting actor, Ke Huy Quan. Ke Huy Quan, my dad. Yes, this is happening. Barry Keoghan, at least I'm happy you got something big, congratulations. That is not translating to the Oscars, okay? No. This is his Oscar. He's going to win it. That is the easiest acting category to call. Ke Huy Quan. Let's move on. Original screenplay. Once again, I'm also not going to freak out if Everything Everywhere loses original screenplay to Banshees, all right? Because it's clearly between those two. Banshees has Globe and BAFTA. Everything Everywhere has Critics' Choice and WGA. 3 Billboards and Get Out. Same type of deal. If I think Everything Everywhere is winning picture, I'm going to predict it for original screenplay. It is the most original. Like, clearly, it is the most original. I love the Banshee screenplay, too. So, I love the screenplay. But I am going with Everything Everywhere All at Once. Once again, the momentum, bro. The momentum. We cannot discount momentum and passion. We really can't be doing that here. And I'm going with Everything Everywhere. But, if Banshees wins, that's a good win. And I'm also not going to be freaking out on Twitter being like, oh my gosh, Everything Everywhere just lost the Oscar for Best Picture. Adapted screenplay between Women Talking and All Quiet on the Western Front. What am I going to do? I do not know. So this is tough for me because Women Talking has a Best Picture nomination. Great, even though this is their only nomination outside of picture. But it did win Critics' Choice, it won USC Scripter, it won WGA, All Quiet won the BAFTA, and it's pretty strong. I mean, I don't know, it has 9 nominations. Fuck it, I'm gonna predict Women Talking. I can't imagine that, like, All Quiet on the Western Front is not gonna win, like, fucking 9 Oscars, you know? It's not gonna win like 7 Oscars. It's not gonna do that. So I'm gonna predict Women Talking here, even though All Quiet would not surprise me in the slightest. Cinematography, this is close between Elvis and All Quiet on the Western Front. On one hand, I think All Quiet does have the better cinematography between the two, but on the other hand, Elvis is like a more memorable movie in terms of its like visual distinct style, so it's very close. But it won the BAFTA and whatever, so I mean, Elvis hasn't technically beat All Quiet in a lineup together, while All Quiet has beaten Elvis in a lineup, so I'm going with All Quiet on the Western Front for cinematography, but Elvis would not surprise me in the bit. What the fuck did I say? In the least bit. It's late right now. Costume design, I'm going with Elvis, honestly. Catherine Martin, like, she's won for Great Gatsby already, and I think Elvis has kind of proven itself as the clear front runner in costume design, so I'm gonna pick that. And I guess we move on. Editing. So I have once again, last year I said I'm never going against the sound stat after Dune did not win anything for editing, and then it won the Oscar. And it is very, very tough for me not to go with that statistic because it has bitten me in the butt the past couple years. But Everything Everywhere All at Once has swept the precursors for editing. It has won everything. Now, Top Gun Maverick won the Ace for drama, but Everything Everywhere won it for comedy, along with BAFTA, where they clearly didn't like it as much as the other movies, and they still give it editing. So fuck it, I'm gonna go against the sound stat again, and Everything Everywhere is gonna be my prediction for film editing. And I guess just to tie into that for sound, I am gonna pick Top Gun Maverick, actually. I'm not gonna do All Quiet. I am picking Top Gun Maverick. There's your Oscar. Another easy one out the way, visual effects, Avatar: The Way of Water. Okay, let's go on to makeup and hairstyling. I'm gonna pick Elvis. If I have Austin Butler winning for actor, I think Elvis is gonna win. It's won pretty much everything it's really needed to. International feature, All Quiet is literally nominated for Best Picture. It has never happened where it's lost, so All Quiet is winning international feature. Best original score. Okay, motherfuckers, hear me and hear me now. I think if you have a platform, no matter how big or how small, if you have some sort of following, you have a responsibility to not be outwardly a dick to a movie or performance. That doesn't mean don't express your opinion. That doesn't mean that, but don't go on every single tweet under it and be like, wow, this is undeserved. Wow, this sucks. I think we have a responsibility to not insult movies that we may not prefer. If Babylon does not win score, I am going to be a dick to that movie that wins. I am telling you now, the only movie I will not be a dick to is Everything Everywhere All at Once if it wins score. I still won't be like cheering for it, but in a way, every win Everything Everywhere gets is still a win for me, so I won't be that upset. But let me tell you, if All Quiet on the Western Front or The Fabelmans or Banshees, whatever, if that wins original score over Babylon, I will lose it. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see me lose it, or I guess subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'm going to be so upset if it beats Babylon for original score, okay? So I don't want anyone to comment under my tweets and be like, dude, don't be an asshole. I'm giving you a warning now, okay? Okay, having said that, I'm not predicting Babylon. Motherfucker, I hate it. I hate it so much. This is so fucking stupid. Once again, I was listening to the Next Best Picture podcast, and they were talking about score, and it was so sad to hear, and I agree with them. They're like, the only thing Babylon has for it is the legitimate quality that is the best score of the year. They all agree that Babylon is the best score of the year, and they're like, the only thing it has going for it is the quality of it. This is so fucking sad. This is sad. But at the same time, I agree. It's against 4 Best Picture nominees. The All Quiet on the Western Front score, the fucking bombs of it all, is pretty memorable. Let's be real. It's memorable. And I think that'll work on people. I think it is a very simple-minded score, I'm going to be honest. But I'm picking All Quiet on the Western Front. If it can't be Babylon, dear God, let it be Everything Everywhere All at Once, okay? Because the scene for Another Life, okay, when that whole music cue kicks in, okay, when they're like holding hands and shit, at least that like is genuinely moving to me. If it can't be Babylon, please be Everything Everywhere All at Once. But honestly, it should be Babylon. and I'm gonna go insane. Documentary, I'm gonna go with Navalny. It's always felt like a documentary winner. I think people will feel somewhat compelled to go for it because of the whole Russia thing. Fire of Love is very competitive, so I wouldn't be surprised about that. I mean, the documentary category is always a clusterfuck, so who knows, honestly. But like PGA BAFTA, that's good enough for me. Navalny. Animated feature, Guillermo del Toro, Pinocchio, that one seems done. It has literally swept everything, so there's no reason for me to go against it. Original song, what kind of order of categories am I going in? Whatever. Original song, I am going with Natu Natu just because I don't know. I mean, like, it's the most fun, and apparently they see the song when they're watching it, like as it was played in the movie, so they're gonna see this dance. I think it's going to make people want to vote for it. I would look out for Hold My Hand for Top Gun Maverick because they also use that in a very, well-mannered way, I guess. And there's not a lot of precursors to go off of for original song, which is why we sometimes see some weird stuff. So it's between Hold My Hand and Natu Natu, but I'm going to go with Natu Natu. That'd be the most fun. Production design. So I guess this is where I go with Babylon here. It has swept everything, so I'm going to go for it. The fact that BAFTA went for Babylon over All Quiet, which they clearly thought was the greatest movie of all time, I have to go with Babylon for production design. I'm going to be fucking pissed if it ends up with nothing, but, that's just my life. And I don't know enough about this short, so I will leave that to the people who do know the best for it, but that is the final Oscar winner predictions of this award season. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're almost here. I can taste victory, okay? And if everything goes my way, and like Michelle Yeoh wins actress and Everything Everywhere wins a bunch of Oscars and Babylon wins score, oh, this will be just the greatest Oscars of my life. I need it so bad, y'all. I need it so bad, okay? I'm going to need y'all to check in on me if Babylon does not win score, okay? I'm being so serious. Please at me on Twitter. Just be like, hey, is he okay? Has anyone heard from him? Because I'm going to be going insane. But as always, let me know who you are predicting as well, or who you're rooting for at least. But the next video you'll see, I think, will be the Oscar reactions. So thank you all for watching. Wish you luck there, baby. Wish you luck.